for the first time, I got it. I was feeling safe, but I was also so scared because that's where I found love. And
I love that. No, I love that. I love it. That's so wholesome. I love that. No, I love that. We went from depressing sadness to absolute happiness. I love
there's
that.
not only bad. There's not only bad sides, even if it's a lot.
I love that.
There's still good sides. Like
Talk about self-improvement, how you can improve your life. Today we're talking to Daking here, and he's going to explain what autism is and the science behind it. Welcome to the podcast today.
Thanks a lot. I'm really happy to be here. It's a bit stressful because I have so many things to say, and it can be very wide, and some people have to really understand and to be open-minded about autism, and it can be taken very wrongly by some people because we're like classified in some categories as weirdos or evens. Sometimes we're like witches and wizards because of our weird behavior and how sometimes we keep speaking or even being isolated. It's like mood swings, always changing, like the behavior, being happy, angry, and sad in like a few seconds.
So for those that don't know what autism is, what is it?
The autism is a highly variable neurodevelopmental disability, and there's many, like I said, variable of autism. Like I have Asperger's syndrome, and Asperger's syndrome is also a highly variable neurodevelopmental disability that affects on the social interactions and behavior. So, for example, when we're like three people talking, I'm gonna listen a lot, but I won't know how the people will feel about me talking or giving me an opinion about something, talking about something. So it's very awkward because I don't know how to feel. It's very anxious. It's giving like a lot of anxiety.
Yeah.
It can
that's
bring
a lot of pressure. That's a lot of pressure. Wow. That's what? Damn. Wow.
It's autism is often like a lifelong disability.
So it's linked to a lot of different disabilities, can you say? It's got a different variety. It's not all the same.
No, it's very different. Each person has an unique trait of autism. Like some people can talk but make some noise. Some people can talk but not really, like not making any sentence but just some words.
Yeah. And
the behavior is completely like some people are way too much emotional. Like let's say a normal being will feel like sadness one time, but like me, for example, when I'm sad or happy, I'm really gonna be over emotional. I'm gonna feel like 5 times the emotion.
Even in a normal circumstance, even in a regular scenario that comes up, that will be the emotion that comes up for autism. Like for your type, let's say.
Well, if I have to explain my type, I guess social interactions is very hard. I was very scared of being like on buses, to go somewhere traveling. So I had to work on myself for like many years because I couldn't go to college by myself. I needed someone to take me there. I was very scared of people, scared of how they are thinking of me, my looks or my behavior. Am I kind? Am I cool? Am I smart? am I doing things well? And it's every day. Even when we sleep, we keep asking ourselves questions.
That's
what.
very traumatizing.
Yeah.
That's a very traumatizing. Wow, being scared of every little thing and being anxious all the time. How do you live? How are you not like? How do you not have the hibby jibbies? You know what I mean? Like,
What way to describe hibby jibbies?
hibby jibbies. Like, how are you not How are you not hyperly? Are you like hyperly petrified sometimes and just very, very alert and careful with what you do and what you say?
Yes.
Wow.
It's always we have the habit to, when people talk to us, we already know the answers. We can respond.
That's crazy. What? I could not live like that. That's wow.
It's like an automatism, and it's like being a robot, talking to ChatGPT, asking a question, and already having the answer.
Wow.
For my type, but it's taking a lot of energy, even if it's automatic. It's not our fault. It's not on purpose.
So, do you get any like urges of anything? Do you get any type of urges, and like what?
That's a very nice question, because the urge I have most of the time is to escape reality. So it's not really sad in a way, because I'm so scared of everything. Life is consuming my energy a lot. It costs very a lot. So I need something to escape and take some times for myself, somewhere I'm good with the environment. So it relaxes me. It makes me peaceful in some way.
Is there like a type of music that you listen to? Is there something that calms you down? Like, what do you do to relax from the extremely stressful day that you are, that you have?
So I do some exercise every day to keep myself very calm and to try to control my emotions and my breathing, because I can easily hyperventilate because of the stress. And thinking about tomorrow, it's also hard, because, like I said, even when we go to sleep, our brain still works, and like 80% of the time when we sleep, it's only lucid dreams. It can be either traumatizing or good. And the problem is, when we have too much emotions, it's often traumatizing in a bad way, in a very bad way. That's so much hard to live in this, even if you know that's not real. It impacts you in the way that feeling like you can say to yourself, is it gonna end one day? Am I gonna be normal one day? Am I gonna be able to live like?
I see.
That's
So
There's only. Oh, excuse me. You can go.
no, go ahead. Go ahead.
I was gonna say there's only 1% on the world population that have autism.
really.
So that means like 70, 80 million. Yeah.
Only 1%? Wow.
Yeah.
That means it's very, very rare.
And in France, it's not really known, because France is the most lowest autism rate. There's like one autism case per 200 children. It's extreme, because we are like, in France we're actually 68 million people. It's very low. It's extremely low.
Would you know why that is, or is it just because it's France?
I think the answer is that autism is not really known and taken seriously in France
I see. Okay.
because it takes like a lot of time. Like I need to wait like 12 more months to see a neuropsychiatrist.
So, what's your backstory? Like, how did you get diagnosed, and how did it all start? Like, what actually happened?
It starts at 11 and 12 years old. That's not the years
How
I got
old?
diagnosed, but 11 and 12.
Oh wow, so you're not born with it. Some people are and some people aren't.
It started very soon, but also late for some people because autism is often diagnosed at very young age, like 3, 4, even babies. But yeah, so I got to see several doctors and specialists and all those things, but they didn't find anything. They just said he's smart. That's all we can say. Because I could read at the age of 4. I could count to millions at the age of 3.
Wow.
And
Wow.
Okay.
Wait, you're telling me at the age of 4 years old, you could read?
Yes.
That's impressive. I don't think anybody could do that. Nobody. 4 years old being able to read. Wow.
It's extremely rare. But I never jumped lessons or whatsoever. I still had a normal line and kept going straight. And at 11 and 12, things started to be difficult because I started to be very tired and bored at the same time. It costs a lot of energy to keep being focused, and that's when I started to be hyperactive. So I couldn't stand still. It was too hard. I needed to talk. I needed things, but I couldn't stay focused on the same thing. It was too hard. Even today, I can stay focused on the same thing. Like I change. Like when I'm playing a game, I can stay in the same game. And it's like life. When I was at work a few months ago, I couldn't do the same thing. I had to change. I had to do every single thing I could because it was too tiring. It's insane how I can stay focused like that. It's draining me. It was draining me. Like even if I had a good sleep, I couldn't stand still one morning. It was extremely hard.
This is like 10 times worse than ADHD. I have ADHD, but that's like 10. God bless you, man. God bless you.
I feel as well. I don't complain because I know there's always worse than me, than my case and some people's case. So I never whine about it. I always try harder. Exercising a bit. When I wake up the night, outside, even if it's cold, I don't mind. I just escape everything, evacuate the stress. Taking a good walk. I can do to like 30,000, 40 a day.
30, did you say 40,000 steps a day?
Yes.
That's amazing.
So
That's amazing.
Okay.
Wow, that is amazing. Yo, God bless you, man. 30 to 40,000 steps a day. That's amazing. Wow. Whew. That is definitely not the average human being.
I like to walk sometimes, and I love nights. I love the nighty environments, nocturnal environments, because it's so peaceful and there's nobody around. And I feel safe in a way because I know there's nobody. I live somewhere that there's nobody around in the night, and I'm having fun in a way because I'm relaxing. It's not costing any energy. It's just me, I, and myself.
I see. And what would you say is the goods and bads of autism, if you had to list them?
Okay, the best good side of my case of autism is being to think straight and with a lot of coherence. So that means I know that I can't fail. I know that I won't fail. I think most of the time I'm very sure of myself. I'm very confident about what I'm doing because I have to keep working on this. Because at first, a few years ago, I couldn't do a single thing. And I'm trying little to little, doing more things that are like trying to surpass a lot of things that I couldn't do. Like, 3 years ago, I couldn't like do some football or soccer or I love sports, but sometimes it's so hard for me to move. And I'm always like kicking my butt saying, come on bro, no one's gonna help you. You have to move by yourself. You have to live. And that's giving me some boost, like energy boost.
I have a question. I have a question. So, what outweighs what? Do the cons outweigh the pros, or vice versa? Like, which one has more weight?
I don't know if I understood well.
Like, all right. So, what is?
Are there more good or more bad?
Thank you.
More bad. Sadly, it's more bad. Because on the emotional spectrum, I'm very, very high. Some specialists, like psychiatrists and all of this, calls me a very rare case of being some zebra. Zebra is something that is off the chart of the emotional quotient. So I'm so high because I'm extremely emotional. It can be extremely fast. It's so high, in fact, that it cannot be scaled. So they call those people zebras. I don't know why zebras, but I think there's maybe because I don't even know. I was thinking about the aspect of the animal with a lot of colors, I don't really know how to say it in English, but it's aspect like white, black.
Yeah, zebra.
Yeah.
I just think
A what? Wait, what is he talking about? A what?
a zebra.
A zebra.
Yeah, I don't think they describe you as that though. I don't know. I find that a little bit off-putting. I can't lie, but so
Describing myself.
like the doctors, how they.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
So I had several tests, like the Cambridge school test. It's 23 pages. And they ask questions. For me, it's a bit stupid. Some are very smart, but yeah, it's a very few. Like the first question that they ask you is, do you like animals more than human? I don't know why that question. I don't know why, but we're so emotional. Of course, we love animals, but that don't. Even if I love more animals than humans, that don't mean I don't love humans because I love everyone all they are. I always ask everyone all they are. because I'm not someone that can judge. I won't be someone that can judge because I'm disabled. I have a disability. Why will I judge people? Everyone I have that problem. I have mine. They have theirs. So it takes a lot of time. It took like a total of 18 months. That started like at my hand 17, and the diagnose was only last year. I was 19.
So it took you 18 months to get you diagnosed.
Yeah.
Wow. It's a very long time.
Yeah, it's extremely hard. Yeah.
That's a year and a half. Wow. Damn, that long to get diagnosed? Wow.
In France, it's that long.
Wow. 18 months?
So, okay. So if you're in school, how would you get treated? Did you get treated a lot differently, or is it just sort of...
In high school, like to my 11th, to my 14, so in 4 years, sorry, I got treated like extremely differently. I was often alone because it's like they're scared of you, but you don't do anything. It's just the way you are, the way you are. It's like it's your fault because it's like you're like dodging people to have a conversation with you, but it wasn't the case. I tried to talk to people, but it wasn't very slow for me to be judged. Too kind today, being too kind means. And in my last year of high school, that changed. My anger took over me more and more times. I got in trouble many times because of that, hurting people because I was hurt, but because wasn't there for me, I needed it. So I was the one starting to hurt people after that. And after this, between my 15 and my 17th years, it was the best school years of my life. It also was the hardest because that's where I finally saw who I am, but I couldn't do anything about it. That's where I discovered many. I discovered like what is being truthful to someone, being honest, because I wasn't someone that talked a lot with people. I was always in my mind, in my bubble, in my universe. And those years I've learned a lot of things. I had friends. For the first time I was feeling safe. But I was also so scared because that's where I found love. And
I love that. No, I love that. I love it. That's so wholesome. I love that. No, I love that. We went from depressing sadness to absolute happiness. I love
there's
that.
There's not only bad sides, even if it's a lot.
I love that.
There's still good sides. Like we're not like what people say. We're those. We can talk. We can express our feelings. We can have friends. We can be there for friends. We won't let them down. It's just who we are, because in most cases we're alone. There's not a lot of people for us. But we don't make the same mistakes because we know how it feels. So we're there even for people that we don't. That already happened. Helping a stranger, helping somebody even in a market. something like that, for example. But we know how it feels, so we don't let people alone. We don't let them go. It could be a bad thing because people could manipulate us because we're standing by them. They do wrong things. But it just, we're so scared to see someone going through we went through. It's automatic. We can't let them down. We can't let that happen. We have to be there. I've lost my best friend 5 years ago in May. I tried my best to be there, but I was so isolated too, but it was too late. I didn't realize, and now I'm taking all of those years to understand what really happened and my wrongs, because I was always not in my bubble. I wasn't talking to anyone, not even her. And when she died, I realized all of this, and I tried every day to be. And I accepted that. I know it's not my fault, but it took me a lot of time to realize that it wasn't my fault. If that was to happen, it happened. So it's over. It's not. Even if something you can think it's your fault, it's not. Because you can't dodge the inevitable. When it's the end, yes. When people try to commit suicide, like many disabled people that are so tired of this life, like autism case, a lot of autistic people are trying to kill themselves because they can't stand. It's very painful to live in this society. But we keep fighting for life because we need to be recognized as things like riddles, or because we were categorized with riddles, like a missing riddle in the middle with a brain in the background, like they ain't good in there. They need something there. And then they changed it to a infinity symbol, a rainbow infinity symbol. So rainbow means about many things like communication on many aspects. Communication, behavior, emotions.
Sorry to interrupt. For people that don't know, what's the infinity symbol? And what does it represent?
I'm not sure about. I think the infinity symbol means that there's an infinite difference of all autistic people. We're all unique. There's not two same people with the same autism. Even it's 0.05%. That's not the same. That's not ever be the same. All of the cases are different. Like the disability saying, it's highly variable, neurodevelopmental disability, and a lifelong disability.
I see. Okay. And what's the emotional stability test then? How does that work?
They can work with questions. For my case in France, a psychiatrist asked me a lot of questions, talked to me about my interests, what I like, but also what I dislike, because they have to go deep into the conversation and deep into your backstory, and they can see how you react. It's non-verbal communication. And they see that I even got angry at many doctors because of that. I got sad because of that. Because you don't have any choice but to tell the truth. Oh, if you want to be helped, if you want to be helped, you have to be honest. So I did tell everything I had in my heart, but it's not they play, but they have to go deep with it. Like sometimes saying, I know my man psychiatrist said, what if it was your fault? It was traumatizing for a minute. Because you imagine instantly what would happen if it was your fault, about what happened. For example, my best friend died because of me. It was your fault. Why? That's where they see how much that affects you. Also on the good and the bad side. It can be traumatizing a bit. It can be a bit traumatizing.
Yeah, just hearing that is, yeah.
But it can be good in some way because now you can have answers to your questions. Because the first time my nurses told about autism, I really laughed out loud. I didn't understand, but when I got the diagnosis, I never cried that much in my life because I felt like I was someone I didn't know. Because all I think about myself was a lie. I was someone else, and I had to rediscover myself. What do I like? What do I dislike? What's my behavior? And I walked that a lot with my mother. Because I wasn't really in the capability of understand some things. Like I needed to be my mother. I needed my mother to be very accurate when she asked me something. Like for example, one day she asked me, "Can you cook pasta tonight?" I said yes, but what pasta? Do you want spaghetti? Do you want I don't know the pasta in English, but yeah, maybe
spaghetti, rigatoni.
Yeah, and when she wasn't,
what was it? Wait, what was it?
It's an example, but yeah, you're right. But when she wasn't accurate, well, I was so confused because I didn't know what to do. Because I was scared that if I did something on my own, she would be disappointed. It's like 1 million questions each time someone speaks or I do something. Did I do that well? And it can be very stressful.
Damn. Stressful life you got.
Sorry?
Stressful life you got. I feel bad. A lot of stress. Jeez.
Yeah, it's been very stressful. But I'm doing okay. I've worked hard on myself.
You're still here, right?
Yeah.
You're still here.
I won't lie. I suffered cooking hell, but I did it. I'm here today. I'm still fighting for life.
Exactly.
Even if I lost a lot of things in my life, but I never surrendered.
Good. Very good. I love that. I love to hear that.
I lost a child. I lost my ex-fiancée. But it didn't stop me. It didn't stop me. Even if I got mistreated, she insulted me. She spread very bad rumors when I was after high school, not university. Just before university. So, yeah, everything went downhill at one point, but I got back. I took care of myself for the first time of my life. And it felt weird because it was the first time I was really taking So, and not always trying to take care of people, even if I was there for them, but not as always. It was more like usually, often than always. I was really taking care of myself. I couldn't bear too much emotions because I'm literally I take everyone's emotions, and that can cause a lot of anxiety, anger, sadness, sorrow, and rage. That's also the emotional aspect and caution. When you're so sensitive to it, absorbing people's emotions when they talk, and you can hear everything. You can hear emotions. If you're happy, your tone is gonna be different. When you're gonna laugh, it's gonna be different too. When you're sad, it's gonna be different. It's like anger, everything. You can hear emotions. And that's a bit stressful because you only hope that the person you talk to is very peaceful and relaxed because you're gonna feel the emotion too. It can be very hard to understand.
So how did you overcome the obstacles of what you went through? Like, how did you get past it?
I asked for help. It's something I've never did in the past. But for the past 2 years, I asked for help with doctors, my family, because I'm someone that's very family. Even if I'm often isolated, I love spending time with my family. And the few friends I have. I don't have a lot of friends. I only have 2, 3. But it's more than enough for me. I'd rather have
quality over quantity.
Exactly. I'd rather have fucking good friends, brothers to me, than 50 fucking traitors and shit like that. Because trust is you can't, if you can't trust someone, before trusting someone, you have to trust yourself. If you can't love yourself, if you can't trust yourself, how do you want to trust someone and love someone?
Okay. Yeah.
These things can be very hard to understand, but it's interesting fact. You can't love someone else if you don't love yourself.
That's powerful. I love that.
Thanks. Because that just gonna be affective dependence. Like seeking for attention of your partner or your friends or even your family. And you're never gonna teach to love yourself with that. I needed 3 fucking years to work on it. And I did it. Everyone can do it. Everyone. Even if I have a disability, that also means I can. Because every day, like everyone, we're fighting for life, doing what we like, spending time with each other, and fighting or phobia, paranoias, and other things. And that's the powerful good side of autism, because we know, and not only autism, every people with disability, that's the link we have. Because since we know that it's hard, we're never gonna. And I hope that my speech is gonna end so they can understand what is a disability in a vast point. It's not only a name.
Yeah.
You're still someone. You're still someone, even if you're an issue or a mental problem, mental health issue.
What's your view on life right now?
Sorry?
What is your
view in life? What's your view in life? Like, what do you want to pursue? What do you want to do?
What I want to do? I think I don't really know to this day what I really, because I've lost a lot of things that I liked in the past. But I'm still, I'm looking forward trying new things that I never experienced. So I can try and see if I like or not.
What have you tried? What have you tried? Yeah, well, I was just gonna say, what new things have you tried that got you out of your comfort zone and like, this was uncomfortable, I liked it, or this was uncomfortable, I didn't like it, but I still tried it.
Yeah, I'm always trying it, even if I feel a bit of pressure, stress, and discomfort. I will always try. Because I have to know, because I'm so curious about how it feels to do something you don't know, even if it's stressful a bit. It's so interesting because I did like 3 works. I was in I don't know what to say in French. Just let me check. I was like working with people to rebuild homes and all. I didn't very like it. I wasn't very comfortable, but I learned a lot of things, and that can help me later when I love my home. So I'm very glad of that experience.
See, it's great. And for people that are just going through the same thing as you, like, what would you say? What's your advice for them?
My advice is, even if you think you're all alone, like I have thought for many years of my life, sometimes asking for help isn't being egoistic, it's just being yourself. And you know that you need help. It's the first step. The hardest is the first one. The other steps are easy.
I see. Okay. And how are you doing right now?
I was stressed a bit in the beginning, but now I think I'm pretty relaxed, peaceful.
Yeah.
I'm feeling good. I'm feeling very good.
Like for this podcast, were you stressed about it? Were you like over like hyped about it? And then when you got into it, were you like, we got this, like I can do this, this is gonna be easy for me, I'm gonna conquer it? Were you like that or no?
Before starting the podcast, I was like very hyped, like now, but I was so confident. And when the podcast started, it's changed like instantly. Like, are you prepared? You know, I was shaking a bit. I was not really confident. I am very good. I think I did well.
You did amazing, dude.
Yeah.
You did amazing.
Really well.
Brother, you did, I'm telling you did amazing.
Thank you a lot. Thank you.
You did amazing. Did amazing. And your English is very good, even though that you're from France. Your English is amazing.
I feel it to improve, I think, because sometimes
your English is very good.
Yeah, it's really good.
You speak more fluently than people in England, let's say.
Oh, facts, and probably in America. And not gonna lie, in America too. Some people in at Marist, where I am right now, they can speak. It's just that some of the transfer students and some of the people, you know, from like, let's say let's say from Italy, I have an Italian friend, I have an Indian friend, you know, they speak English but not well like you know.
I do understand that.
So it's like, it's powerful, dude.
It's not only that, it's just the way you formulate your sentences, like put them together, because a lot of people like rush them, put them into like, they scramble them up too much, but you like, it's easy to read let's say?
I learned English in some way because I was starting to make a lot of words, and I tried to form a sentence with those words, and that's how little to little I could talk a bit more English each day. I started to watch movies in English, watch videos in English, and I kept improving with the time. And that's where I am today.
I see. Okay. Well, would you like to wrap up here?
Dude. I'm proud of you, dude.
Thanks,
Proud.
bro.
Yeah.
I'm really happy. Thank you for making me feel like this. It's been a long time. I didn't.
I love that. I love that. I love that. Pure joy. I love it.
Yeah, I'm really happy.
I'm glad to hear it. So to summarize, guys, we covered Daking's story and how autism is viewed in the world and how it can affect your life. We talk about the lifestyle and the experiences of what Daking went through, going through autism. So thank you for joining us today. Very glad to have you on.
Amazing.
Thanks, guys. I had a lot of fun.
All right. Well, thank you for listening. Goodbye.
Thank you.
You're welcome.